Hello Internet, Andrew Potter here with hopefully the final part of the final episode of reading My Immortal. As you may or may not have noticed, the video cut out at the end of last session and I'm wearing a different shirt. That is because my camera battery died and it was like 1 o'clock in the morning, so by the time my camera charged, I didn't want to start recording another video as one of my people that I live with had gone to bed in the room next to mine and I didn't want to be loudly talking, and that's kind of why my volume probably went down a little bit at the end of the last video there, is because I heard him go to bed, so I didn't want to keep him up all night. But I found the spot of where I'm at in the story, so I will do that, and we'll just get started right away from where we were, or the beginning of that paragraph, rather. I ran sexily down the stairs into the great hall, while the portraits around looked at me scaredly. There was hardly nie one else in the stairs. There was an atmosphere of horror. On the way, I saw Brittany laughing on the stairs. She was wearing a slutty pink shirt with flowers on it, a blue jean skirt, Abercrombie, and pink style twos. She looked just like a pentagram of those fucking preps Hilary Duff and Lindsay Lohan. "You fucking bitch," I shouted angrily. "No, you're totally a bitch. Now Voldemort will, totally kill you," she laughed. "Crucius," I shouted selectively, pointing my block wand, and she started screaming because she was being tortured, and I laughed so sadistically. Why is she mad at Brittany? Brittany didn't do anything. Brittany was just there. Brittany has the total point here. Because of the things that Ebony has been doing, all of this has happened. This is all Ebony. Ebony is the bad one. Maybe that's the great twist of this novel, is that we've been following the antagonist the whole time. I don't know. "No, help me, please," Brittany screamed terrifiedly. Terrifiedly. I put up my middle finger at her. In her hand I saw the video camera Snape and Lumpin had used to take the video of me. I put the tape of Voldemort doing it with Hedwig onto it. Then I continued to round down the stairs with the camera. When I had reached the Great Hall, I saw Vampire Potter. "OMG, Vampira," I yielded. We hugged each other happily. He looked at me with his gothic red eyes and spiky block hair. Around them were block eyeliner and eyeshadow, spelt like an iPod, eyeshadow. He was wearing a block leather Jackson, leather pants, a Panic at the Disco concert shirt, and his block Congress shoes. He looked more like Joel from Good Charlotte than ever. "Did you hear their song, The River? It rocks." "I was so worried you died," moaned Vampire. "I know, but I'm a vampire, lol. When I woke up, I was back in 1980, so anyway, I bought Voldemort from when he was young with me." "Where's Draco?" I asked spuriously. "Draco? You mean that fucking poser who betrayed you?" Vampire snarkled with anger in his sexy voice. "I know, but we have to find him," I said smartly. "I'll do it then," Harry said angstily. "Okay," I agreed. Suddenly, ... all the lights in the room went out. And then ... the dork mark appeared. "Oh my fucking Satan," Harry shouted. "I think Voldemort has arrived," I said anxiously. "Fuck, I have to find Draco. I guess we should separate." "Okay," Vampire said, diapurating. Sadly, I ran into the Great Hall. Chapter 43. So that means we should have 2 chapters left. Awesome. Author's note. I think after this I will have about 2 or 3 more chapters. Thanks to all my reviewers Not das flamers, if you flamed cis story, then you suck. If you flam, then fuck you. I walked sexily into the great hall. It was empty except for one person. Draco was there. He sat there in deadly bloom in his block 666 t-shirt and his baggy block jeans. He had slit his wrists. I felt mad at him for having sex with Snape, but I felt sorry for him. He looked like Jared Way with those red eyes and his pale white face. Draco, are you okay? I asked. I'm not okay, he screamed depressedly. I thought of the MCR song and I got more depressed cause that song always makes me cry. I gave him a pot cigarette and he started to smoke it. Oh, Draco, why did you do it with that fucking bastard Snape? I asked tear dully. Draco began, but suddenly Lupin and Mr. Norris appeared into the room. They didn't see us. I'm so glad me and Snape were freed, said Lupin. You could just say we, or me and Snape, or Snape and I. Damn, this job would be great if it wasn't for the fucking students, Mr. Norris agreed. Pop Adelum, I yelled angrily, pointing my wand at them. I don't know what that means. Pop Adelum? Is that a drug, or is that supposed to be a spell? No! Lupin shouted as chains came on him. I'm guessing that's a spell that she just made up. Pop Adelum. I can't even remember what the real Harry Potter spell for like chains appearing out of nowhere is. I think there is one. I think the Death Eaters use one at one point. I can't remember now. That idea sounds familiar to me. You fucking perv, I said, laughing with depths of evil and depressedness in my voice. Now you have to tell us where Voldemort is, or I'm going to torture you. I think Tara's just gone I think Ebony has just gone insane. I'm pretty sure, like, the end is just her turning into a sociopath. Like, I don't know where he is, said Lupin. Suddenly Satan and Vampire ran into the room. Vampire didn't know who Satan was, really. I mean, at least she knows that he doesn't know. Like, at least she's kept that consistent. They don't just instantly know each other. I think that's the first time that's happened. Usually characters just meet each other, and if they've been introduced in the book, they just know each other. Oh my Satan, we were so worried about you guys, Vampire said. I looked sexily at Draco with his gothic red eyes with contacts, block t-shirt that said 666 on it, and his pale skin like Jared Way. Didn't she already describe him as this, like, in this chapter? I think that's a thing that already happened. Vampire with his sexy block hair and red eyes just like Frank Urino, and Satan who looked just like Brandan Uri then. I don't know what that means. I'm assuming those are two gothic celebrities, but I don't know who they are. I selectively took the caramel from my pocket, and then, ... I began Frenching Draco sexily. Lupin gasped. Draco began to take all of his clothes off, and I could see his white six-pack. Then Vampire took his own clothes off, too. We began making out together sexily. I took off my block leather bra and my block lace thong and the rest of my clothes. I believe that order should be reversed. I believe it should be your clothes and then your undergarments, but... Everyone took their glocks out except for me. I'm a girl, lol. Oh my Satan, Draco, I screamed as he put his hardness in my thingy. Then he did the same thing to Harry. I began making out with Satan and he joined in. OMS, cried Vampire. Oh, Vampire, I screamed. Oh, yeah, it screamed twice there. I screamed. Oh, Satan, yelled Harry in pleasure. Lupin watched in shock. We took turns doing torture curses on him 'cause we were all sadists. Suddenly, ... a big block car that said 666 on the license plate flew straight through the window, and Snap was in it. Chapter 44. This should be the final chapter. This should be the end. I don't know how everything is going to tie back together. I don't think it is, but here we go. Author's note. Should be the last author's note. Well, I have nothing to say, but Everett, stop glammin', okay? If any gothic people are reading this, then you rogue. OMG, I still can't wait for the movie. Tom Fletton is so hot, lol. I hope Harry will become gothic, cause my friend told me he is really emo in this book. What movie came out? Probably. If it's this one, then it's either the 4th or 5th movie is coming out. So, because he's pretty, I wouldn't say gothic, I wouldn't say emo, he's just angsty in this one. So, OMFG, I'm leaving W pretty soon, can't wait. This will probably be the last chapter until I come back. No, it'll just be the last chapter. It's just gonna be the last one. Apparently there is a fan sequel. As I found out, I think in the first video I said that I heard that there was a sequel. Turns out it's a fan-written sequel, which is just everybody making fun of the premise of this one, which I can see a lot to do. I can see a lot of that being funny, but it's not actually her sequel. Either way, I will not be reading it on the channel unless it is like thoroughly demanded. Maybe if like this channel gets like a 10-year anniversary thing, maybe then, I don't know. Point is, I have no plans currently to read the sequel. So I'll say that. I have no plans currently to read the sequel. I'm not saying it will happen on a 10-year anniversary, I'm just saying that could be something that if you guys demand it, then maybe, and if I can find it. But as of right now, I'm saying there's no plans. I'm not saying I will never. I'm just saying nothing in my sight says I'm going to do that. But here we go. Chapter 44 of My Immortal. The last chapter. Let's go. That's my car, shouted Draco angrily. But suddenly it was Revalide who was in the car. We already know it's Snape. It was ... Snape. She told us that at the end of the last chapter. I shall free you, Lupin, but first you must help me kill these idiotic Donderheads, he said cruelly from the car as it flew circumcising above us. Ebony, Darkness, Dementia, Raven Way must be killed. Then the Dork Lord shall never die. You fucking prep, yelled Draco. Then he looked at me sadly. I forgot to tell you, Ebony. Snape made me do it with him. I didn't really have sex with him, but he's a rapist. I feel like that's something I don't want to be 100% factual about this because I'm sure there's probably some rape cases that would prove me otherwise. But I feel like if you walked in on being raped, or I feel if you walked in on someone being raped, I feel like you would be able to tell that they were being raped. I mean, I suppose there could be like, I suppose the rapist could be like, if you tell anyone something, and like, then I'll kill you kind of thing, and then the person not wanting that to happen either kind of thing. But, I don't know. For the sake, just the way Draco reacted in this, I feel like it wasn't. I feel like it wasn't a very good indication of that, at the very least. We all put our clothes on quickly, except Satan. We were so scared, but Satan didn't change. Instead, he changed into a man with gren eyes, no nose, a grey robe, and white skin. He had changed into ... Voldemort. I knew who thou were all along, he cackled evilly and sarcastically at me. Now I shall kill thee all. Thunder came into the room. No, please don't kill us, pleaded Vampire. Suddenly, Willow, Bloody Mary, Diablo, Ginny, Dracula, Fred and George, Hagrid, McGonagall, Dumbledore, Sirius, and Lucian all ran in. "What is the meaning of this?" Dumbledore asked all angrily, and Voldemort looked away. "Because Dumbledore is the only wizard he is scared of." He did a spell, and suddenly his broomstick came to him sexily. Why would you cast, like, seductive Accio? Like, that does not... That's ridiculous. Voldemort flew above the roof evilly on his broomstick. "Oh my goth." Slugborn Ghost. Get it? 'Cause I'm gothic. I thought it was "Oh my Satan," though. "The Dark Lord shall kill all of you, then you must submit to him," Snape ejaculated menacingly. See, I know that technically that works. Technically the sentence, like, dialogue, X character ejaculated, like, that technically works. It's one of my favorite moments in Sherlock Holmes, is that John ejaculates a lot of the time. But I don't know if that's how she's using it, or because she's a terrible author, if she means, like, for some reason that is when he ejaculated and it was menacing. I don't know. Because of what this has been, I don't know. "You fucking preppy fags," Sirius shouted angrily. You're okay with bisexual men, but you're still using fags as an insult here. That doesn't compute. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't... Like, how is it okay? I mean, I suppose it's because she's not saying that they deserve rights. She's just fetishizing bisexual men. But... Or technically boys, I guess, because they're in Hogwarts, so that's also a thing. But I mean, she's 12, so I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know where Tara stands on the on rights of all humans of all orientations. "I know a 4-letter word for dirt. Cruciatus," screamed Harry. See, Harry doesn't know about that thing because Harry wasn't around for that. Why is he called Harry now? Why isn't he vampire? He's been vampire this whole book, but now all of a sudden he's Harry. Also, Cruciatus isn't four letters. Like, it would be, you know, if Accio only had one C, and then he went, "I know a 4-letter word for dirt," and it was like Accio and then something else, and that, like, did his attack. That would make sense and be a witty line. This doesn't make any sense and is not witty. "But the sparks from his wand only hit Draco's car." Oh, right, because he's in Draco's car, right. "It fell down. Snap quickly crawled out of it and picked up the CDO camera. Oh my fucking god," I cried, because the video of me in the bathroom. Because the video of me in the bathroom. The video of me dong it with Draco, and the video of Satan doing it with... I assume that's supposed to be with Hedwig, but I don't know, it's just cut off at with. "If you kill me, then these videos will be shown to everyone in the skull. Then you can be just like that gothic girl, Paris Hilton," he laughed meanly. What? That gothic girl, Paris Hilton. Paris Hilton was never gothic. How would him dying show those videos to the school? "No," I screamed. "FYI, I have the picture of you doing it with Lupin." "So if you die, how does that get out?" "What's she talking about?" Lupin slurped as he sat in chains. "I saw too. She's gonna show everyone the picture," Harry shouted angrily. "Shut up," Lupkin roared. "Foolish ignoramuses," yielded Voldemort from his broomstick. "Thou shalt all die soon," spelt like dyeing my hair a color. Think again, you fucking muggle poser, Harry yelled, and then he and Diablo and Navel both took out block guns, but Voldemort took out his own one. You guys are in a Latin stand-of. What? What is a Latin stand-of? I assume it's stand-off, but again, what's a Latin standoff? I shouted disparagingly. Acco Neville's wand, cried Voldemort, and suddenly Neville's wind was in his hands. Now I shall kill thee all, and Evany will die. He made lightning come all over the place. Ew. Save us, Ebony, Dumbledore cried. I cried sexily. I just wanted to go to the common room and slit my wrists with my friends while we watched Shark Attack 3 and Saw 2 and do it with Draco, but I knew I had to do something more important. Abracadabra, I shouted. What is that? Oh my god, is that? That's the end? Oh my. Oh, wow. That is the end of this whole thing. Okay, so that was the end of My Immortal. I'm done. I'm free. The shackles have been broken. Wish for something. Wish for something crazy. Wish for denial. Do it. No way! That's my audition for Genie. Will Smith got it, only because this got released a little bit later, but whatever. I'm totally gonna get it. Wow. Now that I'm done, everything seems brighter. The room seems lighter. The world seems happy. I'm happy. I'm done. I finished it. It's over. What was that ending? So many loose ends. I'm sure they would have ended terribly. Like, I'm sure they would have been filled out horribly. But what? Great. I'm so happy. I feel like a weight has been lifted. I'm honestly happy. Wow. That's my Owen Wilson impression. See? Genie does impressions, I do impressions, mostly just that one, and mostly only him saying, wow. Oh boy. Yeah. That all happened. It was great. It was a wonderful ride. It was awful. I hated it. It was awful. Awful. I don't know really what to say. It's over now. I'm free. Free fallen. I really don't want to say too much during this video because, like I said, I'm going to go over absolutely everything this coming Friday. The video should be released. I'm hoping to get it released Friday. If not, I may make the one exception and release a weekend video. Or I'm assuming videos, because I'm assuming that will go longer than half an hour. There will be 3 of us discussing our thoughts, and I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna look up some questions on the internet if there's any questions about My Immortal, and I have a couple of things that I'm gonna write down in a page for me to bring up during the thing, so that'll be great. And there's gonna be 2 other people there, so I'm sure they might bring up some questions for me. We can discuss those as well. And like I said, there's gonna be 2 other people there, so I'm sure they might bring up some questions for me. We can discuss those as well. We can discuss those. 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 We can discuss if you guys want to, feel free to ask questions below in the comments, and I will add those to the list as long as they're in before Friday. Friday around noon will be when we're doing the recording, so they have to be in. I'd say I'll give it a check. Like, I'll check my account to see if there's been any comments posted at around noon. If you get them in at noon and I don't get them in, I'm very sorry, because we may start a little bit earlier or later depending on both of them needed rides, so I'll be providing that. But yeah, okay, so let me just think things that happened in that last session in this batch of videos that will be released. Not Hillary, Brittany. Brittany is great. I love Brittany. She's a great character. I think she does real good. I'm pretty sure Ebony is the antagonist. I'm pretty sure she's just a sex-craved, narcissistic, terrible character. She's definitely a Mary Sue, has been suggested multiple times. Things just kind of happen around her, and she just conveniently can solve everything and conveniently gets the powers to do things. A random orgy of her, Drake. At what time is it an orgy? Because I guess it was a foursome. Or I guess it was either a foursome or multiple threesomes, because they said there was always one just torturing Snape. Also, she starts loving torturing people and things like that, which got kind of weird. Because at first she was just kind of a gothic, self-hating or self-hurting person. And then eventually she becomes this psychopath who wants to hurt everyone. It's not cool. Yeah. Between her, young Voldemort, who isn't Tom Ridd, Harry and Draco. So that was weird. That was a thing that I didn't really need in my life at all. I'd be really mad if I was Raven, because Willow's character doesn't really do anything in the entire book. I guess that's the one thing I'll say about the entire story. Willow doesn't really do anything. I don't know. Just time travel was weird, where they had to do it in sessions for some reason. Yeah, I don't know. It was weird. It was a weird ending. It was a very fitting ending, I suppose, for what this whole thing has been. Yeah. I'm glad it's over. Like I said, I don't know what's going to be taking the place of these videos. I don't know what novel I'll be doing next, or if I'm going to do a fan fiction. If you have something you'd rather see a novel or fan fiction, feel free to comment that below, and I will definitely take that into account. If you guys want me to always be doing one novel and one fan fiction, that's a great way to do the channel. If you guys, I don't know, if you guys have a fan fiction suggestion of something I should do, some fandoms that I am part of, kind of Doctor Who. I have different opinions about different Doctors. I'm doing like the original season 1 of like the old Doctor Who. I've done up to season 9 of the new Doctor Who. I'm a fan of Lord of the Rings. I actually had to read it for the first time this school year that just went by. Was the first time I was ever introduced to Lord of the Rings. I'm a fan of Harry Potter, a fan of the Marvel Cinematic Universe and comics. What other fandoms am I part of? Star Wars. Sorry, I'm just looking around my room because I have like all my Pop Funkos and I have all of my or Funko Pops, I guess is the proper way to say it, because someone got mad at me once for saying Pop Funkos. And looking at my comics. Yeah, comics are mostly Marvel. Harry Potter. I like all kinds of anime and manga, or anime and manga, depending on how you say it. I don't know. I know what I mean either way. Yeah, video games. You know, I'm mostly into like 90s video games mostly. I do some new stuff, but mostly it's like that 90s stuff. I love Disney. So all kinds of that. If you want to suggest me some fan fictions that would be cool to read, feel free to do that. I'm always up for that. And even if there's one that I'm not necessarily in the fandom, maybe that would be interesting, because then, you know, it's me doing a whole new take on it, because I haven't been, you know, I don't know the original material. I'm saying lots of ums, I'm sorry. I just noticed that. But yeah, that's really it. I'm excited for the video that's going to come out Friday. Like I said, I'm going to have 2 guests on there. I'm very excited for that. One is also a YouTuber, so during that, to not ruin that surprise, I will tell you guys, I mean, I'll plug her during the time when she's here, and I'll ask her to plug herself, of course, but, so a YouTuber that you may follow will be there, and one of my coworkers will be there on the video. So, someone who works in a bookstore and someone who just really loves books. That's really it. I'm excited. Oh my god, I'm doing it so much. I'm so sorry. I'm getting self-conscious now about it. So that will happen. That'll be great. We're going to talk about the whole thing. The whole My Immortal. Everything that you saw there is free game. I don't know exactly what's going to get brought up, but anything during that story can be brought up. And again, you ask some questions if you want to know. If you want to know my thoughts, if you want to hear 2 other people's thoughts. If you want to hear, that's 3 people's thoughts on your question that you ask below, in the comments below. You get 3 people answering that, because I'm going to ask them too. So that's cool. Anyways, that's it for this video, because I don't have anything else to say about all of that just happened, even though that was the longest thing yet. I have nothing really to say about it. I don't know, it was bad. It was bad, it was a weird ending. But I guess I'll go more into that, because it is the ending, and I feel like that's a part of the, I feel like that's a big part of a book. So I guess I will go into the finale episode. A lot of that kind of stuff is just, you know, what ending could have worked? Ooh, that'd be a good question. What ending could have worked for what happened so far? What would make me not feel like, that was dumb? Maybe I'll put that one in. I'll put that one in myself. You guys don't have to worry. That's a freebie. And yeah. Feel free, as always, to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you liked this, if you want to see more of that. If you want to be alerted when that finale episode is coming out. The grand finale. The coup de grande. The coup de grace. That's really it. Then like, comment, and subscribe. Alright, and have a good night.